Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reading a book called Dr. Wonderful and Her Dog Blast Off to the Moon. One very normal Tuesday, Dr. Wonderful came home from school with two other things on her mind. One, her little dog Newton. Two, a question she couldn't wait to answer. Dr. Wonderful loved asking big questions, and answering them felt like solving a great mysteries. So she sprang onto her bed, sending Newton for a loop, and asked, "Why does the moon shrink?" "What do you mean the moon shrinks?" Newton asked. "The past week I've noticed that the moon is getting smaller," Dr. Wonderful said, pointing to the moon's white crescent. "But a week ago it was getting better. Every month it shrinks down to a silver and it disappears before it grows back to a ball. What I don't know is why." Nothing. The moon is so far away, Dr. Wonderful thought. How are we going to solve our mystery? Newton licked her face, trying to be helpful. Dr. Wonderful's eyes went as wide as she got. "An idea! We can go to the moon in the Space-Tastic Mind Mobile. I call front seat," Newton said. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off! They soared away from Earth and headed straight for the moon. As they got closer and closer, the moon got bigger and bigger, brighter. Where do they plug it in?" Newton asked. "They don't, but it is bright. I wonder if the moon makes its own light." Just quick thing, that fun fact. The sun reflects light onto the moon and then it reflects it back to Earth, making the moon look shining bright towards Earth, like the sun, or reflects the light like a mirror. Yep, it reflects it like a mirror," Dr. Wonderful said. Then she noticed that the closer their spaceship got, the moon got, the larger its shadow became. "Aha! If we can see our shadow, that means the moon doesn't make light like a star. It reflects the light coming from the sun. Back on Earth, the moon looked like a crescent. But now I can see that the crescent is a part of a big ball," Newton said, getting excited. Anything that looked like a ball reminded him of his favorite game. "You're right," Dr. Wonderful said, and started a list of clues that might help her understand why the moon shrinks. 1. The moon reflects light, which I know is wrong. 2. From Earth, the moon looks like a crescent. No, but 3, the moon is actually a ball. Yes, it actually is a ball. Newton couldn't resist chasing and chewing his very own ball, which floated around the spaceship weightlessly. Watching Newton circle around his ball reminded Dr. Wonderful that the moon circles around or orbits the Earth. She added to her list of clues. 4. Moon orbits Earth every month. Tell Mom I need a bigger telescope. 5. Dr. Wonderful did what she always did when she got closer to answering a big question. Think, she said as the spaceship went sink to the surface of the moon. When they stepped out of the spaceship to look around, as the strange gray around, all they could say was, "Wow." Things were very different on the moon than Earth. It was so bright, Dr. Wonderful had to wear moon glasses. Instead of walking, they bounced around like old balloons. Each step lifted them higher and set them down slowly on the Earth. "Woohoo!" Newton said, jumping off the ground and twirling, twisting, tumbling before touching back down. Then they spotted the most amazing thing they'd ever seen. Earth. They waved to everyone back on their beautiful planet, but they forcibly couldn't see it. It's not from this. Okay. During a quick break to play the coolest game of Fetch in the Universe, Dr. Wonderful noticed that the crescent-shaped shadow on Newton's ball made it kind of look like the moon. "Interesting," Dr. Wonderful said, pocketing the ball and adding clue 6. Shadow makes a ball look like a crescent. "Come on." "Yeah, that's definitely the one." "Come on, Newton," she said. "I think we're close to solving the moon mystery." As they bounced along, Dr. Wonderful noticed that her shadow was getting longer in front of her as the sun was getting lower behind her. She added to her list of moon clues. "Shadow lengthens as the sun sets behind us." Then they walked into complete darkness. The sun couldn't reach them. "It feels like we're in one big shadow," Dr. Wonderful thought. She ran back to her bright ideas of the moon and scribbled down more clues. 8. The moon has dark side and a light side. 9. Light side is sunny. 10. Dark side is in shadow. "That's it," Dr. Wonderful said, standing right in the middle of dark and light. "The moon doesn't actually shrink. It just looks like it because of its shadow." "How does a shadow make something shrink?" Newton asked. "Only half of the moon is lit by the sun, while the other part is in shadow," Dr. Wonderful said. "On Earth, we can't see the part of the moon in shadow So as on the moon orbits the Earth, we see different parts of the shadow, and it looks like the moon is growing and shrinking. Think of the moon as this ball, the sun as my flashlight. The other side of the moon facing you is lit by the sun. You can see the whole bright ball of full moon, right? But if the side of the moon you see is only partly lit by the sun, you only see part of the ball, or a crescent. If there's no light on the other side of the moon facing Earth, you won't see anything. So the moon is always there, even if you can't see it, Newton asked. Right, Dr. Wonderful said, and gave Newton a big moon hug. The mystery was finally solved. They played one last game of bouncy moon tag before they headed home. That night, as Newton snoozed in the moonlight, Dr. Wonderful fell asleep thinking, I wonder what mystery we'll solve tomorrow. You can pause the video and watch these. Read these if you want. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, comment your opinion, and give a thumbs up. I'll see you in our next video. Bye!